howdy, y'all. Can I get a howdy? Can I get a howdy? That's get better. Yeah, I'm Swan Marion, bookworm cowboy. And I'm about to read to you
Bookworm cowboy. I love
a
it.
book called The Neverending Story by Mikael Ende. How many of you have ever seen or read this book? The book is way better. In fact, Mikael
Except the dragon horse guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Sorry.
Well, I'm about to read something before that. Chapter
Even better.
is Chapter 1, Fantastica.
Ooh.
Danger. Oh, the beasts in howling forests. And would anyone like to hear me read it as someone else?
Yeah, I would.
Like, how many? Well, who do you want me to read as?
Darth Vader.
Ooh. It's good.
All the beasts in the howling forest were safe in their caves, nests, and burrows. It was midnight. The storm wind was whistling through the tops of the great ancient trees. The towering trunks creaked and groaned. Suddenly, a faint light came zigzagging through the woods, stopped here and there, trembling fitfully, flew up into the air, and rested on a branch, and a moment later, hurried on. Feel free to shout out any voices you want me to read out.
Forrest Gump.
Well,
Anybody else?
Yeah, he's doing it.
All sorts of niggers.
it was a glittering sphere at the side of a child's bowl.
Woo!
With long leaps, touched the ground, and then bounded up again. But it wasn't a ball. It was a will-o'-the-wisp. It had lost its way. That's something quite unusual, even in Fantastica. Because ordinarily will-o'-the-wisps make others lose the way. Inside this ball of light, there was a small, exceedingly active figure, which ran and jumped and with all its might. It was neither male nor female.
Read it like Biden.
We're never gonna hear the story.
For such distinctions on its face among will-o'-the-wisps. In its right hand it carried a tiny white flag.
Is that Biden?
Do it like Mickey Mouse.
Which glittered behind it.
He's so.
That meant it was either a messenger or a flag of truce bearer. You'd think it would have bumped into a tree, leaning like that in the darkness.
He's good.
But that was no danger of that. For will-o'-the-wisps are incredibly nimble and can change directions in the middle of a leap.
Joe Pesci.
That. Give me an example, like Home Alone.
Yeah.
That explains the zigzagging. But but in a general sort of way it moved in a definite direction. Up to the moment when it came to a jutting crag and started back in the front, whimpering like a little puppy. It sat down on the fork of a tree and pondered away a while before venturing out and cautiously looking around the crag. Up ahead it saw a clearing in the woods, and there in the light of a campfire sat 3 figures of different sizes.
Oh, Rocky.
A giant who looked as if in the hole that was made of gray stone. Lay stretched out on his belly. He was about 10 feet tall. And he
That's Biden.
lay stretched about his belly, propped up on one elbow. He was looking into the fire. And his weather-beaten stone face, which seemed strangely small in comparison with his powerful shoulders. His teeth stood out like rows of steel chisels. Willow whispered recognized him as belonging to the family of rock chewers.
Trump. Scooby. Oh, yeah.
These were creatures who lived in a mountain range inconceivably far from the howling forest. They lived in the mountain range. They also lived on it. So little by little they were eating it up. Rocks were their only food. A long way. They could live for weeks and months on a single bite of this. For them, extremely nutritious fare. There weren't very many rock chewers, and besides there was a large mountain range.
Kamala.
I don't know.
Yeah, no one knows.
You're like a gangster accent.
And besides, there was a large mountain range. But since these giants had been there a long time, they lived to a greater age than most of the inhabitants of Fantastica. Those mountains had come over the years to look very strange, like enormous cheese whiz. I mean Swiss cheese, full of holes and grottos. Blackadder?
King of England.
What?
The King of England.
Oh. That is why they know that as cheesy wheezies. But the rock trees not only fed on stone, they also, what?
Keep going.
They made everything they needed out of it. Furniture, hats, shoes, tools, even cuckoo clocks. So it was not surprising that the vehicle of this particular giant was in fact a large bicycle made entirely of this material.
Cheech and Chong. Or one of them.
With 2 wheels, it looked like an enormous millstone. On the whole, it suggested a steamroller with pedals. The second figure, who was sitting on the right of the first, was a little nighthawk, no more than twice the size of a will-o'-the-wisp. He looked like a pitch-black furry caterpillar sitting up. He had little pink hands with which he gestured frantically as he spoke. And below his tousled black hair, 2 big round eyes glowed like moons in what was presumably his face.
Oh.
You're Yoda. Yoda.
We're nighthawks of all shapes and sizes and everything like that. It was hard to near far near. It was hard to tell by the sight of it whether this one was had been come from. But one could guess that he was traveling, because the usual mount of the night owls, a great large bat wrapped in its wings like a closed umbrella, was hanging up the head and head down from a nearby branch.